It's just tiring, you know. Tiring. There's a lot of good ideas that go through there, but you know, I question as to what happens to all the good ideas. There's some very highly articulate people that work at TriMet. Michael Oliver is always my favorite speaker when he gets going. Boy. All right, well, we're done with that, and we're heading back. You know, I don't know, man. There's a lot of good people there with a lot of good ideas and a lot of things to say, but where does it go? Where does all of that good stuff go, is my question. I mean, the union officers sit there and listen to it all, but what actually happens to it, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I know they're trying, and the picket is the best thing. But what the union doesn't seem to understand, and the people that are at the meeting, it's impossible to really get any point across at these meetings. It's very unstructured in the way that it's handled, and certain people tend to dominate these meetings. There's no time limit to speak. There's no, hey, there's KATU right there. What are they doing? He's talking to a TriMet bus driver. KATU is sitting here talking to TriMet bus drivers. Isn't that something? Where am I? I'm at the corner of 11th and so they're trying to get bus drivers to comment on all of this. That's interesting. Just happened to be pulling up, and there was a bus driver sitting in a car and a camera crew from KATU, and this must be a relief point or something, at Cooch and 11th. Very unusual, very strange. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good ideas, a lot of good people, a lot of frustration. They want you to go to the board meeting, and I guess I'll go and make a presentation. That's a good idea. You know, get 1,000 drivers to the board meeting. Imagine something like that. Get 500. Get 100. Imagine how much good that could do. But the problem, and this is what I was getting at, the problem is that the union is not reaching. It's only reaching maybe 10% of the people. The other 90% of the union members don't have any idea what's going on here, because they're not part of this. They're not interested in this. There's no way to communicate with them. So they're not being included in this. And it's a shame, you know, because we need the rest of the union membership who's not coming to the meeting to be part of this stuff. And they're not There is no effective means to communicate with them. And, you know, the union people, they're kind of suspicious of me, of course. And probably the other members are too. Because of certain unfounded rumors that are constantly being spread about me, but whatever, I can't help what people, kind of crap they spread around. So, I don't know. You know, it would seem to me like they have to do things in very solid, concrete steps. Well, for step one, get people to stop working their RDOs. That guy's yelling at him, but yeah, I don't have my, I was in such a rush I forgot my video camera, so I can't, I can only use audio today. I got my audio equipment with me. Well, I actually have my video too, but it's fastened to the front of the car. You got to do one organized step at a time. Like if they were going to actually make a decision to, we're not going to be working, we want everybody to go to the sign-ups and take their time. Well, let me get some messages here. You know, message number one. No RDO work. Get that out to everybody. Send out a special letter. Here's going through downtown. There's police, the usual scene of poverty and despair in downtown Portland. And it's very sad to see all the have-nots in the city. It's a very sad state of affairs indeed. Okay, step one, we want everybody to do this. Send a special mailing out to every single member so that every member is getting this from something. Okay, they can't violate the contract, they can't strike, there's all these things they can't do. But there's a lot of things they can do. You can go to the sign-up. You can take your time at sign-up. You know, if everybody signed off for sign-up, that would create a problem to run the company. That's one concrete thing you can do. Next concrete thing you can do, stop working overtime. That would leave, I know that's going to hurt the people. We know that, and we regret it. We obviously have no interest in hurting the public in anything that we're doing. But we're in a situation here where we have no way to fight back except using the company's own rules against them. And if the company were fighting fair, it would be one thing. But they don't fight fair. They're not fighting fair. They're fighting under the belt, and then they're throwing laws at us after they violate the laws. You know, it's very discouraging to see how this is deteriorating into this crazy situation we're getting here. It's very sad on my part, you know. We're getting blamed for a healthcare crisis, and all of us are aware how easily they find money for things like rail. It's like, oh, there's no problem with the rail. We can always find money for rail. There's no problem there. Money, rail, rail, rail. We'll just dig up an extra 100 here, an extra 20 there. But with your health benefits, oh no. We expect you to work till you die and just die like a good little serf. And the corporate media, of course, no friend to the working man, isn't going to give us courage. And I notice a lot of union members, you know, most of those bus driving people don't actually watch my blog. Most of the TriMet people don't do it. My followers are from other walks of life, computer savvy people who are interested in transit. But the actual staff, I'm not sure how much, you know, I think the management's more advanced about that. I don't think the drivers actually are savvy enough to actually keep up with my blog, or would have the patience to sit through some of my presentation, scroll through the pages and pages and pages of posts, because I have so many posts on my blog. It's, you know, how do you keep track of anything, really? So I do hear a lot of what I talk about at these meetings. It's this labor dispute of Walgreens. Oh, great! And here's a cop on a horse. I don't know. It's very disappointing, and from my point of view, as a historical blogger who likes to watch the events around me, I don't like it. I don't like the way things are unfolding. I don't see any organization. I don't see any real. I see the union people. They're listening to us, but every time I go to these meetings, I'm like, well, it's kind of a bitch session, but nothing. There's never any plans made. I put up Bruce Peak's idea about putting official complaints in everybody's file. And that kind of just rolled right in the radio and TV stations, putting in complaints. That would force them into a degree of fairness in what they're doing. Who's that? I don't know who that is. That must be a friend of one of my tenants. And that went right off everybody's head, and that's a real concrete way to get things done. But did they go for that? No, they didn't go for that.